Hey everybody, welcome back. Captain of Industry. Hope you're having a sweet day today. I'm just enjoying this fuel gas torch here, just lit up with the rain over top the city. Looks pretty cool. We still are not able to store all of the potatoes that we harvest. We're just overproducing potatoes like crazy. What I'd like to do, there's a lot to do. There's so much to do. So I'll try to keep myself organized, but gosh, there's multitasking. There's so many things. The first thing is we're obviously producing more fuel gas than we can use here, and we actually have capacity for additional fuel gas to be made. So one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and make a second one of these. I think I can do so by creating one of the junction points like this. And then we're just going to flip this over and do something like this, I think. Yeah, something like this will work just fine. I could go right up against this, which is an option. That would actually give me the ability to do 2 more on this side. Maybe not. No, I don't think so. This is 6 wide, and I only have 5 squares left on this side. So no, it wouldn't allow me to do 2 more. So it's fine. I mean, I can always move the pipe, but I think I'll leave myself options actually when it comes to the pipe. That's probably a good idea. So why don't we try this? Take this U-shaped conveyor and just go one off like that. And then we'll flip this over like so. Looks like I didn't line it up right because I'm just that smart. Yeah, one more over, dumbass. Here we go. And here. Okay. Totally lined it up correctly now. Definitely nailed it. And we're just gonna go right like that. So that's gonna leave this. If I want to move the pipe later, I can have room for another one right here, and then another one right down next to it here too. So probably what we'll do is we'll just have this pipe kind of cut here, go alongside this this belt here, and then make its way over like that, and that'll probably clean it up, but only when I need to. Okay, so we'll go ahead and deliver this. We're going to use the same thing, potatoes, to make fuel gas and stuff over here. Let's go ahead and do that, and like that. Now, a couple of things have to happen here. First, the compost needs to make its way to this belt so that it can go through the system. So there's the compost. The second thing, though, is the fuel gas. And I kind of want to redo sort of how this is organized so that I can use this fuel gas to create diesel. I have the ability to use this stuff to create diesel. And it's kind of the only thing you can really use fuel gas for. Let me just double check that. I can use it to make hydrogen, which might be good, but I don't have the steam. I could use it with limestone to make cement. Not needed. I can also use water with it to make steam over here. Not a bad idea, but I think my production for it doesn't meet that demand, so never mind. So the other thing to do is just to take the excess fuel gas and combine it with oxygen to make additional diesel on this side. And that's ultimately what I'd like to do, and somehow feed it into the ship, because we're going to be doing a lot more exploration. I got to find new ships. And I think I can start kind of, probably just go ahead and start that off. I want to find another boat. It's also an unknown location. Looks like a settlement over here. We discovered another coal mine. Want to get that running. Yeah, there just doesn't seem to be a whole lot over here, right? A whole lot of options without fighting. And this probably looks like our best bet at 670, or sorry, at 470 right here. I think this is probably our best bet to win. I'm taking a look. My ship does look like it's ready to rock with that. It's auto repaired already, but the ship bridge 3 is nearly complete. And I think just so I don't take as much damage, I'm going to wait until that's done. But we're going to keep exploring. I need to. So the fuel gas needs a place to go is where I'm getting at here. So I'd like to reorganize this just a little bit. We're going to remove this pipe, and we are going to put a balancer right here, a pipe balancer. I think it's going to hang out right here. This is probably fine. Okay, so with this pipe balancer, first thing we'll do is we'll have this feed into there, and then this side is going to go up, and I kind of want it to, yeah, this is fine. I need it to like be prepared for the future, right? So we'll have it run alongside here. And then it'll cut this way. And that'll make sense later if I decide to do another one of these, all right? Because it'll just... This is one of those things where you're just sort of planning for future expansions, right? And then we pop that in here. Okay, so with this, we can now say, hey, fuel gas, you're going to go in this tank. But if you can't go in the tank, if the tank is full now, what do we do with it? Well, we're going to combine it with some oxygen. And it's probably over here somewhere. If I ever find it. Here's the air separator. And I felt like I was just going to kind of put it right here because it doesn't need to be anywhere else. So we can just slap one of these oxygen creators, oxygen makers, right here. Because we're not going to do anything else in this area. I suppose I do have more room for these, though, don't I? Maybe I should leave myself a little bit more room for this. How about we put it right here next to this? It looks pretty good here, too, I guess. Yeah, this is fine. We'll put it right here. And then what's going to happen is this oxygen supply will feed into our workflow for this to create additional diesel on this side. And then we're going to pop that diesel in here, or at least make it available so that trucks and stuff can use it. And it should be, I think, better for that. So we'll start with a small fuel station. I think probably right here next to this. And, you know, we can probably go out a little bit more just so that we have room for storage. We'll put a fuel tank right here. I want to be tight up against this stuff. I don't want it to be very... I don't want it to leave a whole lot of room. I guess I'll go like this for now. And then we're just going to have this feed into the fuel station. And then the oxygen will go wherever it needs to go. And it'll process and eventually get it in here. The nitrogen, real simple thing there. We're not going to bother with it. We're just going to slap this right next to it. Call it good. Because we don't need that nitrogen. So we'll get started on that. I'm not going to bother with storing the oxygen. I'm kind of over that. We're always producing more than we need, and this thing can constantly run. It's not a big deal. We'll just have this run and feed oxygen as it needs, because it needs 36 every 60 seconds. And the process for making fuel, well, I thought I had it right here, 36 every 60 seconds. So we're not going to need any more oxygen than what's already here, okay? So what we're going to need now is a cracking unit on this side. And I don't remember where it is. Maybe it's here. Yeah. Cracking unit on this side. And the cracking unit is just going to use those resources to create fuel on this side. So we'll have it be about like so. And it'll just kind of be here, I think. Maybe one up or two up like this. That way we've got room for that pipe to go in here. All right, so the formula for this is the fuel gas and the oxygen. So the fuel gas is going to have to come from here. And we're just going to have this come like this. It's going to wrap around. It's going to lift up to level 2 here and come all the way across like this and dump into this side right here. Okay? Then the oxygen will feed this direction underneath the pipe and go into here. All right. Final thing then is the fuel gets connected there. And this is your formula like so. All right. So then the last thing we have to worry about on this side is the carbon dioxide. And that's pretty simple to deal with right now. We'll just take a smokestack and stack it on there. Eventually, we may want to do something different with it. But for now, that's what we'll do. So let's go ahead and set this up. And what we want to see on this side now is for the out, the priority out, to be this side. So the fuel gas will go this way until it can't go this way anymore. In which case, then it will go to this pipe and head to this cracking unit. And we're going to get extra fuel made on this side. And it will get connected to this fuel station over here, which, you know, trucks can use. They can also come over here, grab it out of the tank, and then move it over here if they need to as well. You know, obviously another solution would have been also to place maybe a balancer in here and have it sent this way. And that's doable as well. I kind of actually like that more. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. So we'll take a pipe balancer. I guess it'll be like this. kind of not quite as clean as maybe some of you might have done, but okay. It still works. Yeah, it goes into the balancer this way and it comes out of the balancer there. Good. The next thing then would then be to take this pipe and have it go across here and then, you know, into there. To have that actually work that way, though, we're going to want to have a bridge. And so we're just going to go like this. And then I need to pause it really quick. And we'll take a small bridge and just throw it in maybe over. I want to leave a little bit of room. How about here? And we'll have that bridge made there. Okay. And then now it'll just be real simple. The fuel goes that way as a priority. And then it dumps into here and gets used for this fuel station as a secondary. Okay. Now we no longer need that online. So this is what's going to happen with the extra fuel gas, right? And so the only thing left to do now is just to sort of watch all the magic happen. As the fuel gas goes through here, it gets into here, this fills up, and then it eventually starts working it. It will take a while for this to accumulate enough fuel gas to use, but once it does, it saves us our trucks a trip. We don't have to worry about it anymore. I'm actually just going to leave that there just so the trucks can do it, but we don't need it anymore. You, Mr. Excavator, have a long journey ahead of you because this excavator is coming over here. We are going to start extracting resources on this side. And I would like to... Well, I have to fill this in first, don't I? They haven't completed this ramp yet. Okay, never mind. The excavator, you can just stay there, all right? Just stay here. Don't worry about it. We'll even shut you down so we don't have maintenance or anything. So just stay there for a second, okay? A couple of things I wanted to do in this video, right? I wanted to get going with sausages, and I wanted to get going with canola and the mills and all that stuff. So on this side, we've got our 3 full tanks of canola, and as you can see, these have nowhere to go. So we are definitely growing a surplus of that. We're going to want to get this canola supply fed into these mills, okay? To do that, we need this conveyor to wrap around, and it's going to go all the way over this side, and it's going to feed these mills on this side, and I need to do this correctly, otherwise it won't work. There we go. It's going to feed the mills on this side. They are going to use it to create cooking oil and animal feed, and the animal feed will then go here. Okay? The cooking oil needs to go somewhere else. I'm actually thinking the animal feed could go somewhere else, but there are usages for animal feed that I have not explored yet. And one of the usages for animal feed is to just create it as compost, and then we can create fertilizer on this side. So I guess I have explored that. I thought there was something else. Oh, yeah, we can use the animal feed to create steam. It won't be very much steam, but you know, it's something. And if we're creating enough of it, 72 parts or 72 animal feed, we're not going to be creating a whole lot. But maybe we can get a little bit of steam going. Maybe we could use it for something. I'm not sure yet. This side of the island is a different challenge. And as many of you who've played the game and have left comments before have found out, when you try to play this particular map, you're going to notice pretty quickly that fuel is one of your main struggles as you go through the game, because everything is so spread out. Now, you could just do what I've been doing so far and just kind of hug one side of the island and sort of neglect the rest, and you absolutely could. But if you want to spread out, like I'm trying to do, and to have another civilization here and possibly even another civilization here, I haven't decided, might do 3 settlements. If you want to do that, you're gonna have some struggles with fuel because there is no oil on this side, and you can't get oil over here. Unless you use a dock. And so that's what this is hopefully going to be. It's another dock for oil. But if I can't do oil here, then we need to find other alternative ways of creating fuel. And that's where biofuel comes in. And that's what I'm going to be hopefully using the cooking oil and stuff for over here. So all that out of the way, let's go ahead and just, I could probably do this. Just go ahead and unpause these. And click that. Yep. And I'm not sure this is where I want to store the animal feed. I did think so, but now I'm not so sure on this one. Well, let's put a pin in this. Put a pin in that particular thing there. But the cooking oil needs to go somewhere else, okay? The cooking oil is going to get combined with ethanol to create diesel on this side of the island. And so I need a workflow for ethanol as well. Introducing the 2 other fields that are here, which will be pretty much in charge of just corn. So they will be growing corn, and they'll be doing the same thing where we have the green manure, cycle there to help us out with it. So you're going to grow corn and green manure. Now, I'm not particularly sure whether or not is that the right word? I feel like I didn't use that correctly. Anyway, I'm not sure. That's where I'm getting at. If this is the right, I'll just stack these together. That's fine. Yeah, they can just right alongside each other. It's cool. I'm not sure if there's enough water here. That's where I'm getting. Man, that took me forever to say. What is wrong with me today? It's not more like every day. Let's hit that, and then we'll come this way and go like that. So that's going to deliver the water. We're going to hold off on fertilizer for now, but I mean, that is one use for that. And since we're not creating a whole lot of animal feed, that might just be the use for it, is to use this. I mean, we might have more mills. We probably need more mills, since we're only going to be making 12 cooking oil at each of these. That's 24 total, and 24 total on the cooking oil doesn't really, I mean, it does get us some diesel, and it's just some. We need some diesel. The diesel on this side is purely for trucks. It's just so trucks don't have to go all the way over there to refuel. Some of that fuel is kind of got an intermediary. You can see that there's a refueling truck, or refueling station here with a tank that's been told to keep a certain level full. And so there are some trucks that are making their way over here and dumping it into this, which is kind of closer, but it's not close enough. I would love to have a fuel station reliably, like right at the top of this ramp, so that we can just have all this stuff met. And then we're also going to need another one over here. Probably won't establish that one until we have a good dock here, though. Now, we had one question. I wanted to answer it so you can see. One question related to building this out, and like, is there any way to do like an offshore rig to get this? There is not. It's not included in the game. I don't believe the devs have any intention of doing this. This feature is unique to this map. Having oil in the water and stuff is not something that the other maps have, at least to my understanding. As of this video, I have to say that too, because they might introduce more things over time after this video releases. And so this is a unique feature for this map. And the only way to get this huge oil supply is to make this land bridge. It will not impact the ships, right? And that's the answer to the question. The reason for that is because if you take a look at the dock and you click this, not this, you'll notice the path that the ship has to take. It's choosing this path. You need to have ocean tiles unobstructed to the end of the green path. And the green path ends right here. So as long as there's nothing in the way and the ship can reach here, then it can get to the world. And so I could technically make this land bridge all the way across this, and it won't matter. The ship will still do its thing because it's despawning here and spawning and despawning here. It's a little metagamey, I admit, but that's how those work. And so that land bridge will not interfere with my boats. Hope that makes sense. What doesn't make, I'm pretty confident we don't have enough water to satisfy this many crops. I'm just going to go ahead and add a couple more of these rain catchers on this side. If I can fit one more over here, that'd be cool, but yeah, it doesn't look like it. Can I fit another one here? No. So we're going to add a couple more rain catchers on this side just to help with this, and we feed it this way, like so. Like so. And like so. All right, more water. Hopefully that'll be good enough. These irrigation tanks are usually fairly full, so we'll see how it goes. You can see that this one's full of canola. It needs to be processed. Let's get that going. Yeah. I think what we'll probably do with this, and it's not delivering it. I'm not sure why I'm clicking it. Yeah, the animal feed. I think we will make it into compost. Turn it into fertilizer, I guess. So we'll say that the fertilizer is made we'll say that goes like right here. We'll say, yeah, just pop it into here. It's fine. And this will be for the animal feed. I don't need to select that. They'll do it for me. But now the canola can make its way this way and go into these mills. And I may have enough for more mills. If I do, great. That means I have enough for more animal feed, and that's great too. So we'll keep that going. Canola is now being processed into cooking oil. The cooking oil needs to go somewhere too, though, right? And so the cooking oil is going to be used with ethanol, all right? So that's with the chemical plant, and we can always upgrade a chemical plant, I think, to chemical plant 2. So I think that allows me to do that. Let me double check that. Does it allow me to straight upgrade or not? You are a chemical plant, and there is an upgrade button on that. Okay, so what we want then is for the chemical plant, all the way over here, we're going to create, let's say the ethanol and all that stuff gets created, like, say, maybe right here. It's fairly close. It's kind of farmy. Like, I could make farmland here. Maybe it's better to do it on the other side. The ethanol could always go this way, and then we have corn be fed this direction, made into ethanol, and sent it this way. That might be better to make it over here, because I want the supply to be over here eventually anyway. So let's put this in front of the mills, and we'll say it goes about here. I'm not really sure where it'll go, but we'll just stick it there for now. Okay, so the cooking oil is going to go into fluid storage, which can just be here for now, I guess. Yep. And then we want you to come up and over and then down. And you will just connect like that. And then you will come over. Nope, you don't need to be up. There we go. And in. Your recipe is ethanol and cooking oil, okay? So you're going to receive the cooking oil from here. All right, good. Let's have all of this built too so that these things can keep running. We'll let this sit for a while because we don't need to process it yet. We just need a place for the cooking oil to go and the place for this to go. So we have that. Okay, so with you guys being cornfields, we need a place for the corn, and then we need to process corn mash. So light storage or loose storage, I'll place that right here, I guess, right up next to it. Let's leave a gap, just so that that can be there like that, right? And we can feed it from this side if we need to, but we can also feed it straight on. So then the corn is going to take from this U-shaped belt, and it's going to come this way and sticks right into there. Same thing with you. Just put it right into there. There we go. Perfect. You guys are fed with water. Fed with water? Oh, I thought you were fed with water. That's one way to say it. You are slowly filling with water. I feel like we need faster pipes. I don't think I can afford faster pipes. Perhaps I can. Let's try this pipe faster, and we'll upgrade this one too. See what happens. You can get an idea, you know, of what you can afford here by looking at this. So the average need of our field is 30.3. And then the average need of our cornfields is 39.2. So we're looking at, is that per field? I think this might be per field. It has to be, right? Because we're producing a lot of water. So, I mean, that's like 60, like over 100 water is essentially what we need here. And these collect on average 3.5 each over a 60-second period. And so 7, 14, 21, 28, nowhere near 100, basically. So we're going to need a way of getting water through here too. And maybe that's the steam we use. Maybe the steam that we can generate with the animal feed, instead of making fertilizer, we can send it over to make steam. And that one pop of steam could be useful in this. So we make 48 steam, and from that 48 steam comes basically 4 rounds of this, where we generate well over 100 water, nearly 200 water with that. It's not a bad idea. It's something we could look into, having like one thermal desalinator over here that could potentially, you know, do something with that. Maybe I'll just pop that over here like this to remind me. But that's one thing we could do with that, because making steam again is kind of without oil. That's gonna be tough until we start getting coal, which is way over here. That's gonna be tough, and I really don't want to haul coal all the way over here. We could get away with maybe having a dock over here that brings coal in. We do have access to that extra coal mine over here if we want to deliver the cargo. We could get an extra coal mine source, so that's not a bad idea. Trying to look at my other coal mines here. So this one is almost half gone already, and the other one is not even running. So we probably should get that running. I would love to come over here and battle this though. So fuel tank upgrade +2 is starting on research, but this is now done. The ship bridge. We can now do ship bridge 3. That'll bump our battle score to 560. We have all the parts necessary to make this happen. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with modifications here. And I think while they're continuing with the modifications, what I might do actually is go ahead and start loading the ship with the red parts too. So if we can get the red parts first before they bring the modification stuff, then we'll go activate the coal mine. And if we can't, then we won't. All right. Looks like we're needing workers now. Let's come over here. We'll go ahead and allow this to build. And we'll allow this to build. And that will allow us to expand our workforce even further. Go ahead and quick build that and this to get loose storage going. All right, so cooking oil is coming on in here. Good. While that's getting collected, all right, while that's happening, we need to do sausage as well. I told you there's a ton of stuff to do right now. Sausage has been super full. We have not been delivering meat to the markets because of that. Chicken's also getting backed up, which is pretty cool, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Having chicken backed up is very nice. All the chicken carcasses, cool. We're also like unable to slaughter anymore because of that. So yeah, now I am a little bit concerned about our ability to meet the water demands for having 2 full chickens, and that's because this is not doing great. See, these tanks are not full. That's a problem. If I come over here, all the way over here, this is only full because I disabled this. So if I turn that pipe on, this begins to drain faster than it's filling, but we do get our fields irrigated, which is pretty good. These pickups are complaining. Why? What are you complaining about? Oh yeah, we definitely don't need truck imports. Oh, we do need truck imports though. We do, and that's because the compost is happening over here, right? All the sludge and stuff is going to start getting backed up if we don't do this. Look at all the sludge. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the compost. We've got to have this sped up. This is all just full right now. Wow. Yeah, so let's see. What do we want to do done with this compost? Can we maybe move the... I'd say move the tank, but this is it's not clean, but this is a really simple fix. I can simply do something like this. I'll just go like this. Deliver here, and then put this like that. And then we'll say that this is the delivery point now for the compost. Where is it? Compost. So I can go ahead and just copy the settings from this to this. And then I want to say that we allow imports. And I want to say that you guys over here keep empty. You're going to export to this tank instead now. So we've got a tank that's kind of reserved to handle all of this stuff, which for some reason this is paused. I don't remember doing that. Here we go. We've got a tank that's sort of setting the reserve for this stuff, processing the biomass, and then this is going to accept the deliveries from over across the map to put it directly into here. And that's giving us fertilizer, which is not keeping up because it's just not. I have too many farms on the organic stuff. It's being made up for. It's being offset by the regular fertilizer too, also being fed to a lot of other fields. So we'll get away with it. Sausage, that's where we're at. Okay, so sausage. I'm worried about power. I know that this number says 23, but that is just like our generator capacity. I don't believe we are necessarily creating enough steam to actually do 23. I could be wrong, but I'm a little worried about that. We'll see how it goes. The meat trimmings. Let's take a look at that. So that's not what I want to do. I thought I could right-click this and get the recipe. I was wrong. Meat trimmings. Let's go to eggs. Gosh, I was really thinking for some reason I could get to chicken by the eggs. I guess that takes care of it. All right, the eggs came first, not the chicken. We want to go to meat. Okay, so meat trimmings. There it is. Finally, we reached our destination. Now, I wanted to make sausage with this. Not do the compost and stuff. I wanted to do sausage. And so here's how we're going to do this. The meat trimmings, 24 of them. We need to add flour and add salt. Now, conveniently, we have salt here. It's coming in on a truck, and eventually we're going to create this a little closer. But for now, we have a pretty good supply of salt. We're going to start using it. And that can just be fed this way to connect to this area. Okay, so we're going to end up doing that. The next thing we need is flour. Now, we happen to have a belt right there that's sending wheat from this side. It's going to come all the way over here, and we're going to create flour over here for this arrangement. Now, the flour is created at 16 per 60 seconds from one of the mills, and what we need is 6. So we're going to be able to support multiple food processors with a single mill. So we're going to go ahead and grab this, head it over here, and I realize that if I build in the yellow area, I won't be able to do any of these buildings that attach to the settlement, but we don't need buildings that attach to the settlement necessarily all the time. So we're going to go ahead and set this right next to it there. Okay. We're going to take this little belt that's already here, ready to go, and we're going to have this travel right alongside here, I think. Which means this entire area will be open for production stuff and not open for city connections. The only other way around that would be to go to level 2 right here, which is not impossible. Not impossible. Could leave myself open for more structures if I just did this. That flexibility could be worth it. So I'm going to actually take the flexibility here. And we'll drop it down at this point and then feed it in like that. Like that. So this is going to allow wheat to make its way over here too, all right? Because this comes over like this, if you haven't seen it. The wheat is being fed into the balancer. It will always prioritize going this way first. But once this little belt is full, it then heads this direction. And from that, it ends up all the way over here into now going into this mill. All right, so this mill will get created to make flour. We're also going to get animal feed from this too. We'll have to look at that. So we have meat trimmings and we have the flour. Last is salt. So let's go ahead and grab that salt. And it's going to be right here. And we're just going to have this stay level 1 all the way to this point right here. And then if I did this right, and I believe I did, we should be able to go in level 1 right here. Yep. And underneath that, we can now get this direction. Yeah, because this comes down really quickly. I came down a little too quickly on this, but it's fine. We'll have the salt come in from this side. Okay. So there's our 3 ingredients. Flour's coming out of here, and meat trimmings, and salt. So now we need to process the sausage. To do that, I believe we need a food processor, one of these. So we'll take one of these, and I can technically, I think, support 2 with this, but we're just going to take 1 for now, and we'll come over about, let's say, this far. Let's go about here with it. And your, basically, meat trimmings, flour, and salt is your recipe. All right, so for the meat trimmings, we come around, and we stick it in right there. I could stack these. It's probably better to stack them, right? If I stack them, I have to come back this far, but then it's cleaner if I add more units. So I think we will stack these. We'll come in about like this. Okay. And then we'll go like that, and then down. We'll pull you back at least to here. And then this U shape will go from underneath this, travel underneath like so, and then go in like that. Yep, but you're not going here. You're going to go from here. Yeah, I can probably just live with you being like that for now. And then you go down like this. And then finally, the salt, which is over here. It will then go up to level 2. It stacks with everything. I hope I'm far enough away. I may not be. I'm never very good at estimating that. I know there's a system for it. I know. I'm not very good at that system, okay? There we go. All right. I think I got that, though. So there's our stacking belts for the sausage, and then it just has to get fed into a marketplace. Well, I'm certainly not going to belt it all the way over there. That makes no sense. And actually, this one here is feeding meat and eggs. So we'll have one more marketplace, and it will be set up right over here. And I'll put it right against... I think I kind of want this over here just to give more room. So we'll go about here with it. With this being, sausage, I believe this is unit storage. Yeah, unit storage. We'll have the unit storage for sausage end up being like right here. Okay. And then we'll say that on the flat conveyor, which is what sausage is delivered with. Oh, I thought it was there. You silly Billy. Well, we'll block. Yeah, shoot. Where is it? Copy this, please. Shoot. What? Can we rotate it? Do you let me rotate? I just want the... I want the flat conveyor to be lined up with this. But it won't let me F this. I can't flip these. They just have their ways. Okay, fine. That's unfortunate. So the U-shaped conveyors line up with this instead. Darn. Well, whatever. We'll go flat conveyor, and it will go like that. So this is going to feed sausage. That's the only thing it's going to do for now. We might end up doing more things eventually, but that's all it's going to be for now. So that'll hold sausage. And then the final thing here then is that you are going to feed sausage over into this. Okay. So as soon as everything is built, which looks like it'll take a while, but as soon as we have everything built, with all the places to go here, we should start seeing the supply just work, right? So this is already processing flour. And the last thing we have to do over here then is give a place for the animal feed to go. And I might have just blocked that. No, it's right here. It's not blocked. Shouldn't be anyway. It should be right here. The animal feed. Oh, wait. Oh, that's messed up. Hang on. I messed it up, guys. I messed all of it up. All the things. I kill all the beautiful things. It's a good song. If you can tell me the band who sings that song and who has that song without looking it up, you win prizes. I don't know what the prize is yet. I'll have to figure it out. But, I don't think it's fair to give a lot of prizes on that because, you could cheat. I have no way of telling if you cheated. If I can't audit cheating, I probably shouldn't offer a big prize, should I? Yeah, not great. It looks to me like there's no way I'm going to be able to make this cleanly on this side because I messed it up again. I don't want to mess it up. No, I don't want to mess it up. I'm going to kill this beautiful thing too. All right. It's only 25%, 20% of the resources, okay? 20% of the resources lost in this. Poor 25%. Mill. All right. I want the flour to go out that side. Yes, this is what I want. There. You don't have to break that down. It's fine. Now we'll deliver this and do this over again. This time, the flour, which comes out on a flat conveyor, dummy. The flour will go up like this. And it actually goes in the front side. So I messed that up too. I can't get anything right. Okay. Put this here. And then you can just go bye-bye. Because I don't need you, and I don't need you. All of you guys can just go bye-bye. The flour will end up this way eventually. And then the animal feed right here, okay? And that needs to go someplace, and I have no idea where it's going for now. So until I figure it out, we're going to stick trucks on this. And so we'll just tell trucks to come in here and grab it until I figure it out, okay? Because I really don't know where it's going. I mean, it can be somehow trucked around. If we can have trucks take it from here and then just move it over into this area, that's fine with me too. You know, animal feed. We can allow truck imports. Done. Right? We allow truck imports now. And then they can just drop the animal feed here. That's not that far of a drive. That's somewhat convenient. And we have a fuel station here anyway for just like refueling everybody as they do it. So whatever. So there you go. Wheat coming on in. All the things. Now you might be wondering what this belt is for. And this is the meat. It's simply raised up and extended because I was going to use these two as well and then just connect them to the same belt. And so this is actually just sort of a placeholder belt that got built by accident because I didn't pause it. This one. And when these two are built, then we'll just connect it just like these ones are. But now we've got things flowing again with food, thankfully. It doesn't look like it because they eat it immediately. But we get health bonuses, satisfying the different categories over time. And yeah, we make people happy. We get unity for it. All wonderful things. And we're not using water saver yet. I could use that extra bit of unity that I'm doing and hit water saver. And that might help me a little bit with my water issue. Let's come on over here. You can see corn is funneling through. Very nice. I'm not going to bother with truck exports here. This animal feed, I don't know about that yet. I think I'll maybe make, I don't know, I could make steam. I could make anything. What I really want to know, though, is whether or not I'm generating enough canola to satisfy a third mill. That'd be nice to know. So you need ethanol to actually create the fuel. So we'll have a fluid storage here. And I think we'll just turn it around and be about like this. And you're just creating fuel. That's all you're doing. So I don't need to have anything complicated. We're just going to pop that there. And I'm facing it this direction, so it's easy to, like, if I need to lay another chemical plant for some reason down, it has easy to just connect to it to the same thing, okay? You're going to store the fuel. Okay? So the next thing, then, is processing this corn into corn mash. And eventually then processing it again into the ethanol. So we need water for this, corn mash, and we also get animal feed for this as well. So we'll take the mill. We're gonna need water provided to this, but again, I think it'll work out. I did face this tank the wrong direction. I should have faced it that way. And I can fix that, but I don't know if it's worth it yet. Let's try it this way first. We're just going to take this mill, base it here. Possibly we can have 12 to 9, so 12 every 60 seconds. We're definitely generating more than that, so we can probably have 2. We're going to need as many of these as we can because ethanol is hard to get. So if I can have more than this, I'd like to get more than this. Then we feed that corn this direction. Let's go this way, and this way. No. Oh, we have to have, yeah, you have to connect to water. So that's not good enough. There we go. I could do the pipes first. Have to bring it from there. So you would go in there, and then you would go in there. There we go. And then from that, we then have the corn, which has to go this way and in, and then it can go this way and in. That's fine. Okay. The water, definitely lacking on the water. So I will definitely need another form of water in this area. And man, I really don't want to tap into this, but I'm going to have to. I mean, this is a reliable pump for the fields, right? And if we don't have fuel, then what are we doing with our lives, right? So I got to do something like this. Tell you what, why don't we make a small amendment right here? We'll put in a pipe balancer here. Wow, you're really not going to let me connect directly to that connector? Wow, I thought for sure you'd let me connect to that connector. Connect to the connector. Yeah. I guess it's too close to the pumping station to have that happen. So I guess we'll go do it like this. Kind of like we did over there. A little messy, but it'll work. Like that. That keeps it going into the tank. And then I guess as a measure of facilitating additional water capacity, we will go ahead and send you underneath all the way. Yep, can you, there you go. Underneath all the way over. It still looks clean, you know, it's not, well, until you get to this point, and then I'm a dummy. I still have not learned my lesson. Change this. Just feed this first. And then do this. Easy. It doesn't look as good, but it's easy. Okay. So this pipe will then come all the way down, and we'll get that pipe fed in over here somewhere. I don't know how I'll do it yet, but it can, you know, maybe it can go up next to this here. That way they can still drive underneath that. I'm not sure why they would want to or need to, but they can. And then we just, yeah, go down the mountainside effectively, feeding this as far as we can and trying to make it clean. You know, I'll clean it up and do this offline, but that's the plan so far. Okay. The plan is to get this pipe, okay, to go down there and feed this area extra water. And honestly, I probably should follow this down so that I can bring it over through here. And then that way I can hook it up to another balancer with, you know, a specific area for input, and then only use, you know, the water from the pump here when this side is not producing. So I'll probably have that just follow this pipe down and then merge into this side, and then eventually it connects here, which will put it into the main water system. But that'll be something I take care of offline because pipe routing is boring, I hear. No, I never heard that. I feel like it is, and I want to just do it right and not have to dink around with it on camera. But so that's where we're at here, right? This is going to create the corn mash. The corn mash is then going to get sent off to creating the ethanol in front of it right here. And then that stuff, the ethanol, will then be taken via pipe straight over this way and hooked into this. And that's how we'll be creating fuel on this side of the island. It'll be a few fields as our water capabilities grow with maybe this thermal desalinator and then possibly more of them. I don't know. But as our water capabilities grow, maybe we get some coal going over on this side and we bring it over here and then we get steam. Whatever the case is, as we start to develop over here more, we can expand this more, have more fields, have more water, etc. The last thing I wanted to do today before we ended the video was to do this battle, because I still don't know if there is a ship over here, and I'm still trying to figure out if we can get to a ship. So this ship, oh ho, look at you. Yeah, Bridge 3, what up? We are done. And we have 200 parts on here now. So we can load this up. We have 95 workers available. So we actually can load 90 crew in the ship and still have workers available on the island. That feels good. I would deliver the cargo, But that's something I can also do offline. It's not that interesting. What is interesting is the ship battle. So let's go pick a fight with pirates and see if there's another cargo ship somewhere. And if there isn't another cargo ship, then I'm going to take the red parts. I'm going to buy one. And that is so that I can get this up and running, because this is going to get water into my agriculture system. I really need more water for agriculture, and I need it bad. Okay, so that's what we're going to be struggling with, but I'm going to eventually get that going right here. Okay, so quick cut in the video. We'll see what's lurking in the deep over here. Interestingly, as we were driving past this, because our radar capabilities have increased, as we were going past this, we hit this, it revealed an additional area here. And it revealed that while we were here, which I think is pretty cool. So this radar can now pick up things even further away as it reaches certain destinations, which I think, again, is pretty cool. So let's see what we get. We have to explore, and then we're going to have a ship battle probably. But ultimately, like that dock that I'm building, right? This is where I'm going to get it from. It's the groundwater well. We're going to pull it in from here. And I just have to battle pirates. There's 430 battle score here. So I'll just battle pirates, take control of the well, and feed it whatever red parts I need to get a ship that can just... basically a ship that's hauling water. That's all it is. There you go. We win. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do at all. Here. Microchip server electronics. I mean, yay, but not a ship, not a boat. So no additional boats. I think it's time to spend a little bit more and get ourselves a boat right here. And so I think that is what we're going to do. Ship will be immediately available after purchase. We're going to go ahead and do that right now. So there it is. We got ourselves a boat. 600 red parts. It was 700 something, but if you let it go for a while, like you know, the time, I just don't have enough fuel to get there. Darn. If you let it go a while before you buy the ship, then it refreshes and at a lower price, right? So, yeah, we should be able to get this dock running as soon as we get the concrete delivered. And when we come back for the next one, we'll have a boat going back and forth here, dropping off just fresh water, just dropping off water, getting it into the system, and pushing it to as many fields as possible. And that way I can alleviate some of the stress on this side so that these can always have water, so we can always have steam, so we can always have power, etc. Yeah? Because I'm struggling with water over here pretty bad, let me tell you. That's not pretty. I have to pause this pipe and then this will fill up. But without doing that, yikes. Not happening very well. Okay, excavator has no fuel. That just got fixed immediately. Cool. Guys, I'll leave it here. Thanks so much for watching. I do appreciate you. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.